All right, folks, last video of a day of chopping sorghum. Actually, it's more like 2 hours of chopping sorghum. That's all it took. Actually, it was a healthy 2 hours. Started at 11:30, we're done by 1:30 with the chopping, of course, anyway. All right, it's all done. Everything's all picked up. Everything's been disassembled. Equipment's out of here. Hooked up the old trusty Massey Ferguson to the farm's blower. It's an older model Gale 1540, which used to be the cream of the crop back in the day. She's tired. All we use that for now, of course, is for aeration when working up in the silo. Just like I had what was done just a little while ago, and that was leveling the silo off. And of course, it's pretty windy back here. It always is. So, I wish I could tell you tonnage. I really wish I could. All I can tell you is there was 6.5 to 6 3/4 wagons of chopped sorghum that come off that field. I am tickled pink, pleased, very pleased. Very happy with it, very happy with the product. Of course, this is all the stuff that was, I can't pick up with the pitchfork. I'll pick up too much dirt and stones. This will blow away. Extremely happy. I did take a test sample, which I have already sent in. I gave it to the mill, and that gets sent to the nutritionist. I don't know if it's very fair, though. So regardless, it's like a big funnel of wind back here. I can only assume it's messing up the audio. So to be fair, because this means a lot to me, I want to know. I'm going to take another test sample when we go to feed it. Now, that's another story. Here's the deal. I've said multiple times that I was pretty disappointed that we're not actually going to see this product that we're putting in here for about 1.5 years. As it turns out, that's not going to be true. Decision was made today, and here's the schedule. AI breeding is going so well, and Dad's good with it. We're going to continue, and he is. In fact, he encourages it, so absolutely. We're going to continue the AI breeding process till the end of next week. That means round bales, round bales, round bales. My God, folks, I've gone through almost 100, and that's not good. That's part of this story too. So after late next week, I'm going to say either Friday or Saturday, AI breeding is going to stop. The pastures are disgusting. That's another part of this story. I know you can't see it very well. Maybe you can. Our pasture system, it ain't happening. But there is some grazing to be done. We calculated and figured out there's at least a healthy 14 days of grazing. Behind the barn, which we call Kuthas, there's 4 days of grazing back there. I don't know what happened back there, but it came up beautifully. Behind the barn, there's about a day, maybe 2. The North Hill, which is pretty disgusting looking, they'll pick through that within a day. And then we're going to hit, I don't know, probably about 6 of the paddocks out there. But there's not going to be any sections, folks. They're going to get the entire paddock for a day, and they're going to pick off what they can. So what does that mean? That brings us to 3 weeks. Called the nutritionist today. Said, all right, this is what I did with the sorghum. Chopped it today. It's in the silo. How long do I need to wait? Yep. Basically, the answers were, if you want to get cocky, 1.5 weeks. If you want to do things right, suggest that you wait 2 weeks. Therefore, I'm waiting 3 weeks. Folks, we're going to feed this out. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't have it. I have a choice, I guess. There's lots of choices. I don't care to tap in to the 16-foot diameter. I'm going to stop saying diameter. I don't care to tap into the 16-footer because it's all corn. I would like to wait until this late fall, if that can even happen. So, decision was made today. 3 weeks from today, the cows all have to come back into the yard. There'll be no grazing to be had, and they're going to have to be fed. They're going to be getting loads of sorghum. So it'll be 3 weeks. Some of the, I'll call it ensiling or fermentation, whatever you want to call it. I know there's some smart people out there. I'm not one of them. So it'll basically be some very light fermented sorghum silage. And there's quite a bit of it, folks. There's a lot of feed in here. It filled a little better than 1/3 of this silo, the 18-footer. That is a pile of feed, a lot of feed. And what's quite simply going to happen is we're going to feed out sorghum until the day we need to get this elevator out of here, set up the blower, and shoot corn up on in there. So therefore, there's not really going to be any kind of a rotten layer or a waste. There actually is. I have to pick up a tarp tomorrow. I'm out of suitable tarps, and I have to tarp the top of this. And within the next 3 weeks, there will be waste on top. It will mold. I guarantee you that we'll be filling up easily a manure spreader of waste. But then we should be good. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is we're going to see that sorghum. It's going to be pretty good, and we're going to feed it out until it's time to shoot the corn up there for corn silage. Go from there. The list goes on, but I'll just stop there. So yeah, 6.5 loads, some good stuff. A little bit on the dry side, poured the water to it. When I was up there leveling it off, it was already starting to heat up, which is obviously a great sign. It's going to do that anyway. Folks, I see good things. I'm pretty happy right now. We'll kind of go from there. But been a long day. Actually, I made a video before this one, which is the last video of the day, filling up the planter. I'm gonna go planting that new piece of property starting tomorrow. Get that out of the way. It's been a hell of a hectic week and a half, 2 weeks. It's been a hell of a hectic 2 months, but it's all good. It's the path you choose. Not complaining. Just getting a little tired. I need that sandy beach and cooler of hay Freds and a martini and an umbrella here, but it's getting kind of late, folks. I don't think that's going to happen this year. You never know. And it's all on account of these big pigs right here. I tell you what. Yeah. Folks, I wish I could have done a little bit of a better job with some video on this chopping of sorghum, but I'm pretty limited. You know, I got a part to play in this stuff. Yeah, some equipment and setting up some cameras and stuff like that, and some actual editing. Yeah, I guess that'd be nice, and that'll happen at some point. But appreciate you sticking with, keeping this positive. Most of you is anyway. And yeah, so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. True test is in about 3 weeks when we go to feed it out. How are the cows going to act? Should be good. Have a great night. Talk to you sooner and later.